Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to, welcome back to the channel. If you're not new to the channel, welcome to the channel if you're new to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and watching this video. This is a really lovely video to do because this is a celebration and a thank you because this channel's now gone over 500 subscribers. So I'm hoping by the time this goes out I haven't lost a load, so it looks like I'm lying, because I'm not lying in a minute. But no, thank you so much, and thanks to to the people subscribing, and for the people that watch the videos, because they're not necessarily subscribers. And just want to talk a little bit about the whole thing about YouTube, booktube, and finish off with a request. So as I said, the first and most important thing in this video is to thank people for subscribing, because it's nice to know there's an audience, that people are watching and people are interested in to the point where they want to subscribe and look out for when the videos appear. And I've tried to be quite consistent with what I've been putting up and create a persona, if you like, where certain things are expected, or with a few random bits as well, but not too many, so there's a sense of what my channel is. But I just wanted to say, that this is very good for me. So you guys sort of giving me the thumbs up by subscribing is good, because this whole process of doing this and this journey on here has actually been good for me up here. So it's nice, because if there's anything else in life that's not quite chugging along in the right way, or there's some obstacles, hurdles, or whatever, this sort of stuff is always a very positive experience. So it's nice to still do it because it's such a positive thing. So my journey on here has been a developing one. So my first videos, I remember when I was editing my first videos, I was just like taking ages taking out the ums and the ahs and the bits that were just silly. And I'm doing a lot less editing now. The one I edited last night, I'm not sure when it's going to go up, and it's not really about books. It's a bit of one of the random ones. I did no editing in that at all. I did a little bit at the beginning with my theme and the sort of title card, but that's it. There was no editing in it, and that would have been unheard of a couple of years ago when I started doing this. So I have got better at being more concise and hopefully a little bit more articulate, and needed less editing. And my enthusiasm for reading is the same. I'm probably reading because it's funny, because this process of putting up these videos has made my reading change a little bit, because sometimes I read things so that I can do a video on it, and sometimes I'm tempted to do things thematically. So for example, I don't read a lot of old sort of Victorian era classics or pre-1950 classics, but I have got a video coming out soon which are like 10 classics that I want to read. Not that I should read, that I want to read. And those classics, I'm going to try and make an effort to read them in the next 6 months. And I wouldn't necessarily do that if I didn't have this channel. So, I think that's quite a good thing to sometimes steer your reading, and you can, learn a lot from different literature, because you've got that sort of purpose behind it, which I think is quite cool. And, I get inspired by other booktubers to stretch out what I'm doing. And I definitely have I've always gone a little bit beyond science fiction, fantasy and horror, but I've probably done more of that, certainly in the last 2 years since I've been doing this, I think. This has also been about making new friends, and I've made some really, really cool friends on BookTube, and I'm still continue to do so. So one of the recent things that's happened for me on here, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, has meant now I've literally become much more familiar, friendlier, and talking through messaging, but actually talking to another like 10 booktubers I didn't know as well, and that's been great. This making new friends thing is a genuinely real thing. It's been fantastic, and it's been nice that we've been united by a love of reading, and we've seen some of the things that we have common ground with, and some of the things that we differ from, so we can learn from that as well, and that's been really interesting as well. And so some specific things that I think is really nice. So just a couple of things that come to mind. I mean, first thing I guess is whenever people mention my channel, I've really appreciated it, and there's been a few people, just I think there was 3 people this week that mentioned my channel, and I really do appreciate that loads. And obviously when you get tagged in videos, I was tagged, I think Ollie tagged me in the snack tag a few days ago, on Tuesday I guess, so I need to do that one. There's a couple of other ones that are scheduled to come up that I've been tagged for before, like the pet peeves one is coming up in about 3 weeks or something, and Mark from Book Time with Elvis tagged me in that. So, you know, when I get tagged, I really appreciate it, because again, it's that connection. And but a few other things I was going to say. So the fact that I live quite close to Ollie from Criminal Ollie, it's literally an hour away, is really exciting, because we've said a few times that we're going to meet up at some point. So again, that would be someone that I've met through this. So if I didn't do this, I wouldn't have been meeting him in Brighton, and that would be really cool. So we've said that we're both looking forward to that. So that'd be really cool. I haven't got it with me. It's in my work bag, but I was absolutely blown away, because it was so unexpected, and it's just so lovely, and it's come all the way from Kentucky. I was so pleased to get a Halloween card from PAX Panic. That was just so awesome, and it made my day. So if you're watching this, PAX, it really genuinely made my day. I thought it was amazing, and I think your channel's amazing, and you're amazing. So that was awesome. So that was really nice. Again, you know, that's a friend thing. That goes well beyond just watching YouTube and making a comment. And as I said a minute ago, I've been talking to another sort of 10 or 12 booktubers, because we are doing this New Worlds November event, and I'm a co-host for that. So it's the first time I've co-hosted an event, and so far it's been amazing, and the event hasn't even started yet, but it's been all the chatting that's gone on the app that we use, and that's just been brilliant. It's been a great laugh, and it's just been really nice to sort of meet these new people, and to speak to the people I already knew as well, and that's been really cool. And then one other shout out on the sort of friends thing. I was so pleased and chuffed, and had such a good experience doing the Desert Island books with Sean as well. So Sean D. Standfast, who you might know as well, you probably do know, I'm sure you do. He does this regular Desert Island book series, and I did that, and that was just a fantastic experience. And you know, we've been talking a lot since then, so that's all really cool. You know, big thank you and shout out to those people, and everybody else that I haven't mentioned yet that have either talked about me on the channel, or we've talked directly to me, or we've messaged and become friends outside the videos and those kind of things. So a huge shout out to those people. So a few things about the planned projects for next year and for the end of the year. So I've got loads going on, and I've actually set up quite a few regular things. So I can be quite specific, which I couldn't have done last year. I can be quite specific about what's happening next year, because I've filled out quite a lot. I will be reading other things. I mean, there's some new releases like Sea of Tranquility and Upgrade and The Anomaly, which I mentioned a few times. Those books I need to read soon, and they're not part of these challenges or projects. But I will talk about these projects for a minute, because, and I haven't actually announced 3 of them. So this is a bit of a spoilers at the moment, but that's fine. So coming up as individual videos, there's that 10 classics I want to read video that's coming up soon. You've already seen, may have already seen, the 10 favourite Star Trek original series episodes, and there's the Next Generation ones coming up in 2 weeks or a week, something like that. And then there's the DS9 favourite episodes a month later, and I've done the Voyager episodes as well, which is happening in December. What I want to do, I haven't filmed this one yet, but I do want to do my, just talk about Star Trek characters, my favourite Star Trek characters, which might appear in January or February. So there's a bunch of Star Trek ones. There's some book reviews coming up, some of the books I've read recently, and that's going to be sort of filtered through the next few months. There's like around Christmas time, there's the 10 books that will make you laugh. So I thought that was a nice one to do on. I think that's coming up on something like the 23rd of December, something like that. I've got my top 10 lyricists. That's in December, and I really enjoyed doing that. And I actually bookended that video with 2 performances. So I do a song at the beginning, which is one of the songwriters mentioned in the video, and then they end it with a different song from a different songwriter and talk about 10 songwriters in the middle. So if you're interested in that, that's coming up as well. But there's all these announcements that I'll be making as well. So I've already mentioned my Ray Bradbury project, and I'm going to be trying to read as much Ray Bradbury as I can, and hopefully in the order that it's published. So I'm going to look up when things were published, and if I've got it, I'll read it. And if I think I can't get it, then I'll have to skip it and move it up to the next thing. But I should be quite successful, I think, because I've already got 19 of his books, and one of the books I've got is huge anthology, so it should be okay. So that Ray Bradbury thing is going to last quite a while, so I'm looking forward to that. In December, which I'll be properly doing an announcement video properly in November, which I have filmed. It's up there ready to go. But just a quick mention of the fact that I'll just be reading as much Philip K. Dick in December. I'm calling it Dick the Halls, which is obviously a reference to A Christmas Carol. So I'm going to be doing that in December. There's also the 1001 Books project, which I don't think the announcement's come up yet. That's going to be happening through next year as well, which will be an interesting challenge for me, because I think probability is I'm going to be in that challenge. I'm going to be reading loads of stuff that I wouldn't normally read and probably wouldn't choose to read. So I'm definitely stretching my reading on that one, and I'm going to be really testing myself about liking and doing videos of books that I don't normally read. So I don't know how that's going to go, but it's going to be an interesting one, and it might, spice up the channel a little bit. And oh yeah, the big thing as well next year is my fables, fairy tales and folklore project. Again, that's going to take a while. I've done the announcement video, which has, I think it's 13 books in it, something like that. And I show where I'm going with it and what my plan is. And it's quite an extensive plan, so it's probably going to last over a year. But that's another big project I'm doing next year. So I'm trying to give you an idea of what you've signed up for if you have subscribed to the channel. I've got lots going on, and I've got lots of other things planned which I have to wait really before I do those things, because I can't do too much, otherwise I won't be able to do those things at all. And obviously I've been buying books all the time as I've been going along. I still mainly read science fiction. I bought 4 more science fiction books today, 2 Philip Jose Farmer and 2 Andean Foster books. I bought those today. I'm always going to be doing that anyway. I've also got the 100 album challenge, which nobody watches, but they're all scheduled up, so they're not going to go away. I'm kind of glad that I've already done them, because otherwise I might not finish it, because literally some of them I think got 12 views and stuff like that. So anyway, they're up there. They're going to be up there. So I've got those going on as well. So that's the sort of thing that the channel is going to be putting out. So hopefully you like some of those ideas. But what I was going to end with this video, besides another thank you at the end, is a call out for any preferences people have had, any favourite videos they've liked, or anything that they thought really worked with what I've done. Because it could be that I might be doing things and actually people are just waiting for a certain type of video. Do you like the book hauls? Do you like the book reviews? Do you like the film reviews? Do you like the sort of thematic ones when I talk about, I was planning on doing one on AI and robotics in books. Do you like when I take a theme? Do you like the sort of best of ones? Do you like the author profiles? Because I've got some more of those planned as well, actually. But do you like those kind of things? I mean, I've only scratched the surface on that, because I've done about 5, I suppose. But there's so many authors I'd like to talk about, because I know I've talked about Harlan Ellison. I've got Harlan Ellison book video planned as well. What are your preferences? Just let me know which ones you particularly liked, and then I can possibly... Oh, well, I guess I'm not necessarily going to completely radically change what I do, but I can think, okay, if that means I'm good at that sort of thing, I'll keep going. If this didn't work, that's cool, that sort of thing. But as I said, I am getting more relaxed with this. It was lovely, and that's because you guys are subscribing and watching it, and I really appreciate it. So thanks a lot for watching. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Bye.